Hello friends, I am Vijan Variabrail. All are welcome to my YouTube channel. In the session 12 video, we have seen how the starter failure and advanced starter failure of the station were managed by the station staff and how the train was allowed to move forward. Now the train has entered the block section and it is moving towards station T. While the train is moving towards station T, it is facing another problem. That is, there was a weld failure on the track. How this failure is managed and how the train is allowed to move forward and how the train continues its journey, all these things we are going to see in this video. By the way, there is a request that please view the videos from session 1 onwards. Otherwise, you may not get the continuity. While explaining failures and while explaining the station, several terms are used. And to get familiar with those terms, kindly go to the videos from session 1 onwards. Okay, now let us go to the diagram and see what happens in the midsection where the train has met with a weld failure. Now our train has left station S and it is fast approaching station T, from where it will go to station U. Here this is the up line and this is the down line, and here this is the station yard of T. Here it is having 3 roads, road 1, road 2, road 3. That is, road 1 is up main line, road 2 is down main line, and road 3 is common loop. The train which has left station S is fast approaching the station, and on reaching here at this place, the loco pilot experienced a heavy explosion under the engine. So he immediately slowed down. However, there were 2 more explosions. So total 3 explosions below the engine. Then the loco pilot understood that it was the detonators which exploded under the train. That means staff has placed detonators on the track and the engine exploded the detonators. Now he immediately slowed down his train. Then he began to move forward very cautiously and slowly, and on reaching about 600 meters towards the station, there was another explosion. He experienced another explosion, so immediately he stopped. He understood that there was some obstruction. That is why these detonators have been placed by the staff, and so he immediately stopped. When this one detonator exploded, he stopped his train. Then he gave 4 short whistles, that is 4 short engine whistles, to the knowledge of the guard. Now the guard understood that there was some obstruction ahead, so the train has stopped. After stopping here for a few minutes, he found that a keyman was coming towards him. In most of the stations, we can see there will be a group of engineering staff, and this group of engineering staff is called gang. These engineering staff who used to work on the track, they are called trackmen. There will be 10 to 20 trackmen in a gang. Gang will have a supervisor, and that supervisor is called gang mate. Gang mate. And keyman is also one of the staff under this gangmate. Keyman. Keyman is also a staff under this gangmate. What is the duty of this keyman? Keyman will be given a section, a beat section, that is a particular length of the section to be inspected on foot. In Indian Railways, the entire running line of railway will be inspected by the keyman at least once in a day. This keyman has been given 8 kilometers to inspect in a day. So the keyman here, he will first work for 4 kilometers this section. 4 kilometers of this up lane. From here, he will walk for 4 kilometers. Thereafter, another 4 kilometers from here to towards the station. So first 4 kilometers he will walk in the morning, and the next 4 kilometers, that is the same kilometer in the down direction, he will walk in the afternoon. The areas where this keyman will be giving more attention will be the joints, SCJ and the bridge, etc. And in addition to that, he will see that the keys of the track is intact. Keyman, the term came from the word key. So what is key in railways? In olden days, the rail was fixed with the sleepers with nails, or we can say spikes. So these are the spikes. Using these spikes only, the rail is fixed with the sleepers. Wooden sleepers were then on use. So these are called dog spikes. Why it is called dog spikes, I don't know. Thereafter there came these keys. Previously there were wooden keys like this. The wooden keys were used to keep the rail with the sleeper. Later on, these wooden keys were replaced with iron keys. Iron keys came into being. When the trains go continuously, these iron keys will get loosened. Then the keyman used to what is called walk along the track, and these keys will be fixed using a hammer. So even now you can see the keyman is having a hammer with him, and using this hammer he is fixing the key. Nowadays these iron keys have been replaced. Now we are using panrolls. We are saying panroll clips, not keys. This panroll clip is used to keep the rail with that of sleepers. So these panroll clips are very rarely get loosened. Even then, if it is got loosened anywhere, keyman will fix it using the hammer. This is a rail joint. So normally I told you earlier that a rail will be 13 meters length. Two rails of 13 meter length are joined like this. Here we are using the two fish plates. This flattened iron piece is called fish plate. Two fish plates are kept on either side of the rail, and it is fixed using nut and bolt. So this is how a joint is made. When these two rails are joined thus, there will be a gap, or there is a gap given between these two rails, and you have learned it from your primary classes that this gap is given for giving room for expansion of these iron rails. Iron rails get expanded during summer. Both rails will meet each other during summer. So if the gap is not given, there is a chance of getting this rail bulged at the joint, and there is a chance of a derailment. In order to avoid this problem, the gap is given. Definitely fish plate has nothing to do with the fish. It is believed that the fish of this fish plate came from the French word fisher, means that tie up or bind together. So here this fish plate is binding together the two rails. So it is believed that this fish, the term fish, has come from the term fisher of French language. I have told you that a rail is normally 13 meter length. These three rails can be welded together, and when they is welded together to form a single piece, then it is called SWR, short welded rail. From S station, train is coming to T station. From S to T, it may be 4 or 5 kilometers or more, and the entire track, entire length of the rail will be normally welded. In that case, it is called long welded rail, and such a continuous welded rail is very comfortable for train journey, and also we can avoid the joints, continuous joints, and that will also enhance safety of the track. Nowadays we are having continuous welded rails, and this enhances safety as well as comfort of the travel. Now when such a continuous welded rail is there, how this gap will be given? That is, for expansion of the rail, gap should be given. For such expansion, at the end of this station, see, for here station T, from the station S, the track is continuously welded. In that case, near the station, here they will give a SCJ. SCJ means switch expansion joint. So here this is the switch expansion joint. Here both rails will just expand on either side, and there is room given for this expansion. So this is called SCJ. When the keyman is patrolling the section or he is inspecting the section, he will be very particular to see that the joints are intact and also the SCJ is also intact. And he will also inspect bridges. All these things he will ensure, and also wherever the clips have lost or clips have given up, he will put back the clips. Pan-rolled clips, I told you that pan-rolled clips will be put back. These are the main duties of this keyman. Like the fish plate, dog spikes, etc., there is another term, interesting term in railway, that is the rail frog. Rail frog. Rail frog is a unit of the track which is used at the location from where another line originates. The rail frog will be like this. So this term rail frog might have come from the appearance of this unit. It has got an appearance of a stretched frog. So maybe because of that the term rail frog has been given to this unit. So this unit will be available in all places from where another line originates. Now let us come back to our weld failure. See, the keyman of this gang, he was having the routine duty of inspecting the track, this upline track, from the station to 4 kilometers towards the station S, and thereafter he will cross this track and come back to this downline and he will inspect 4 kilometers towards this station T. That is the normal duty for him. So he has, in the morning, he has begun his duty. He is inspecting the track, and on reaching here he found that the rail has, one of the rails, see, you know, the track has got 2 rails. So one of the rails, there was a weld failure. That is, the place where the welding has been done is given up, and so the rail is separated. A rail will appear as cut. Immediately the duty is to protect any train coming from up direction. That is immediate duty for him. So he planted a red flag here. Then he will proceed to 600 meters and he will place one detonator at this location. Again he will go another 600 meters and he will place 3 detonators 10 meters apart. Now after placing these detonators, the keyman will come back to this location and he will fetch joggled fish plates. Joggled fish plates. Joggled fish plates. Joggled fish plates are like this. Every keyman will be having a small notebook in his bag. In that notebook, it will be clearly mentioned where the joggled fish plates will be available. So he will get these joggled fish plates from there and he will attend the failure. Attending failure, he will place joggled fish plates on either side and these joggled fish plates will be clamped. As you can see in this figure, it is done like this. The weld failure is thus temporarily attended. In case of rail crack also happens. Weld failure is occurring the place where it is that rail is welded, whereas rail crack can occur at any place of this rail. So in that case also, it is these joggled fish plates used for temporarily attending the track. See what happened to our train. Our train has moved over these 3 detonators and then also just gone over this single detonator, then it is stopped. After attending this failure, keyman will come to this loco pilot with a memo. That memo will be in duplicate, in which it will be stated that at kilometer, suppose this kilometer, the location of this failure, the kilometer is 472 bars 6 to 8. For example, just to take it is 472 bars 6 to 8. So this keyman will give a memo to the loco pilot stating that there was a weld failure at kilometer 472 bar 6 to 8 and it is temporarily attended and the train can move at a speed of 20 kmph. When a weld failure or rail crack is attended by keyman, he can permit the loco pilot to move over that temporarily attended weld failure at a speed of maximum of 20 kmph. He can allow 10 kmph also, but not more than 20. So this is the maximum speed the keyman can give the loco pilot to pass over this spot. Suppose by the time keyman attended, by the time section engineer PV is arriving at the spot, he can inspect this location, and if he is satisfied, he can increase the speed to 30 kmph. Now only the keyman is available. He has given the loco pilot a memo by which the loco pilot can move over this location at 20 kmph. Suppose there is no other gate or nobody to communicate, this keyman has to inform the station S that further trains should be dispatched only with a speed restriction of 20 kmph. So now the station master S is unaware about these incidents. So when this train has passed, normally here the station master will ask line clear for other train, and there is a chance for that train to come with a normal speed. So this station master S should be issued with a caution message. Keyman will give another memo also with this loco pilot, which is to be handed over to the station master at a T, and it will be addressed as from keyman so and so to the station master S through station master T, that at kilometer 472/628 there was a weld failure. It is temporarily attended, and the train can be allowed with a speed restriction of 20 kmph. So that memo also the keyman gave to the loco pilot. Now the loco pilot moved past this weld failure, and he will come and stop at the station T, and he will see that the engine is stopping in front of the station room, so that the rear portion is not cleared. Why? The rear portion, if the rear portion, I told you in an earlier video that if the rear portion is cleared, there is a chance that the station master T will grant line clear to station S, and another train will come in the section. So in order to avoid that, he will not clear, the loco pilot will not clear the section. He will stand with the engine here, and he will hand over the memo to the station master T. Station master T, on getting this memo, he will inform the station S, and thereafter station S will dispatch trains only with a caution order restricting the speed to 20 kmph at this location. So this is how the trains will be dealt during the weld failure. After getting this memo from keyman, the loco pilot is approaching this weld failure location at 20 kmph, and he passed the spot also at 20 kmph. Now he is observing the distant signal. Now the distance is showing green. That means the train is going to be received on main line, and also it will be normally run through. So on again passing this distant signal, he is seeing that here the green light is burning. So the green means it is proceeding with the normal speed, so it is run through. Most probably this starter will be showing green, and also advanced starter will be showing green. That means this train has no stop at this station T. It is given run through. However, the loco pilot has got a message to be handed over to the station T. So though it is run through, the loco pilot will come and stop here with his engine in front of the station master's room and hand over this memo. Thereafter he will proceed with normal speed and enter the block section, and it is the next station is U. So our train has passed station T and it is proceeding towards U. The keyman, after the passage of this train, he will again place this red flag here, and also one detonator at 600 meters and 3 detonators at another 600 meters, that is 1200 meters from this location. 3 detonators will be placed. Now the train has left station T and it is proceeding towards station U. In the next video we will see how the home signal failure at station U is managed by the station staff and how the train is received at the station. Okay,